Paula Trish Kudrich from Westlake, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland. And Paula, you and I have so much in common. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I love to cook. I was taught how to cook by my mother and my grandmother, and they shared so much of their experience and knowledge with me. I love it so much I opened my own catering business and my own cafes. And I am excited to be a part of this challenge. I'd like to say appetizers are my favorite, but I'd be lying. I love them all. I love every category. But I am sharing with you one of my favorite appetizers today. It's springtime, and springtime in Ohio means fresh grown asparagus, locally grown asparagus. And so that's what we're going to be using today, is asparagus, and we're going to make our asparagus straws. So I'm going to get all of my ingredients ready and share them with you, and we're going to get started. All right, let's start off with our ingredients. Of course, Philadelphia cream cheese. But what we have here is 1 piece of puff pastry that I'm going to roll out. We have a bunch of asparagus. We may or may not use it all, we'll see. 5 ounces of crumbled blue cheese. We have a package of thin sliced prosciutto, and of course 4 ounces of our Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get started and demonstrate to you how to put this appetizer together. My puff pastry that I showed you on a lightly floured cutting board. And what I'm going to do is add just a little bit more flour to that. And you want your puff pastry to be good and cold. Thaw it out in the refrigerator, but you want it cold. Now I'm going to lay a piece of parchment paper over that and just lightly take my little rolling pin, and I'm just going to lightly push this out just a little bit to give it a little bit more length and make it a little thinner. That's done. I'll show you another little trick that you want to do before you start doing your asparagus. Flip your cutting board over and get your puff pastry off the bottom. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. The reason you want to do this is when you go to start cutting it, you don't want it sticking like it is. Even though I floured it, puff pastry is temperamental. So, there we go. All right, now, just going to take my puff pastry that I rolled out, lay it back on my sheet. I'm going to flour my board again lightly. There we go. Lay it over my puff pastry. And I am now ready to start. I'm going to turn my board this way. You will be amazed at how fast and easy this recipe is. Okay. We have our Philadelphia cream cheese, 4 ounces. That. So aside. I am going to take about half of my 5 ounces, so about 2.5 ounces of the blue cheese, and I am just going to crunch these together, and I probably should be using a spatula instead of my little whisk. And you just want to make a nice creamy consistency with your blue cheese, and you can use anything. If you're not a blue cheese lover, which I have to admit I'm really not, I've learned over the years, but customers love this, and more of my clients like blue cheese than not. So you can use Parmesan cheese, you can use ricotta cheese, you can get very creative. And you just want to cream this through so that it's nice and creamy. Now once you've done that, and you mix them together, yeah, perfect, look at that, how nice and creamy that made the 2 cheeses together, and that's what you want. So we're just going to take this and we're going to just put it right on here, like so. And we're just going to spread this right to the edges. Bring that in just, whoops. Bring it in just. Asparagus, believe it or not, by doing the asparagus, by not pre-cooking it, it will have a nice crunch to it. Now I'm simply going to start with 1 piece of my prosciutto. I'm going to peel this. Prosciutto is an Italian ham, and it is wonderful. It's salty. It has a wonderful salty taste to it. Not over salty, but just a wonderful taste. But it is a little temperamental as well. So there we go. And all we're going to do is lay this down here like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish layering this, and then we're going to be ready to start our asparagus straws. So I will finish this up. Be back in a moment. We have finished putting our prosciutto over our blue cheese and Philadelphia cream cheese mixture on top of our puff pastry, and now we are going to cut this into strips, and then we are going to wrap it around our asparagus to make our asparagus straws. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the cutting and wrapping. Alright, we are ready to start to cut our puff pastry sheet. And you want a very sharp knife for this. You want to make sure you have a sharp knife. And you're going to cut strips about, a ½ inch wide. And once you've cut that strip, and again, prosciutto is a thin meat. This is about what it's going to look like. You're going to take that strip, and you're simply going to take a piece of asparagus. And you can see the size of this stalk. It's not real skinny and it's not real fat. This is a perfect asparagus stalk. If they're real skinny, that means that they've been picked too soon. And if they're real fat, they've been picked too late in the season. And we are going to start at the bottom with our puff pastry. And I'm just going to roll. And you can leave a little bit of a space in between because the puff pastry does rise. And we're just going to wrap this around, but you want to leave your little asparagus head out. So tuck that in, tuck that down, and this is what our straw looks like before we've baked. Well, our asparagus straws, we have them all ready to go in the oven. We have one little last touch, and that is our egg wash. And I just use one egg and a little bit of water to give me a nice egg wash. And I'm going to go ahead and get an egg wash put on these. And let's see if I can demonstrate that and hold the camera. I should be able to. I love these silicone brushes that they have now. Oh, they're so wonderful. Just go ahead and wash each one of these asparagus straws. And what that egg wash is going to do is just give it a little bit more of a golden brown color. You do not have to spray these because there is so much butter in your puff pastry. Like your pie, when you make a pie and you put that final egg wash touch on it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing the egg wash on these asparagus straws. Now they're going to go into the preheated oven for 20 to 25 minutes until puffy and golden brown. Well, our timer just went off, and I'm going to go ahead and pull these absolutely gorgeous golden brown asparagus straws from the oven. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to see these. They are just as I expected. Beautiful. Look at those. Oh, just gorgeous golden brown. Baked to perfection. Now we do need to let these cool for a few minutes because they are very, very hot. And so as soon as they cool, I'm going to plate them and I'm going to taste them. Look at these beautiful golden brown asparagus straws. The asparagus is cooked to perfection. The puff pastry golden brown, and I am getting ready to have one. Well, we're ready to serve our asparagus straws, and what a beautiful presentation for a wonderful event of any sort. Today is Mother's Day. I wish you, Paula, and every mother out there a blessed, happy Mother's Day. And I wish that, Paula, you were here to share in one of these wonderful asparagus straws with me, but I can't wait. That was so good. Paula, to you, once again, happy Mother's Day. Kraft and Philadelphia cream cheese, thank you for making such a wonderful product. God bless and have a great day.